Players protest, BCB saying they won't travel to India, won't take part in the World Cup, and whatnot is happening right now in Bangladesh cricket. And we're here to discuss about it. We're here to see what could be the possible outcomes of this entire drama that is unfolding, and it just doesn't seem to stop at this moment. I am Gargi Raut, and joining me for this show is Debashish Sen, Bharat Ramraj, and Shubhayan Chakrabarti. Debashish, I'll start with you. To all our viewers who might not have yet caught up with what's going on, can you give us a summary of what all happened yesterday? What is the latest that we're hearing on this issue?
Yeah, Gargi, obviously the news coming from Bangladesh is that the Bangladesh Premier League matches will go ahead as per schedule. Yes, we all know that yesterday's both the matches were not played. And so both the match, the first match between Chattogram Royals and Naukhali Express will go ahead as per schedule, and it's going to start at 1:30 p.m. India time, and followed by another game, which both the games were supposed to be held at Stadium Bangla Stadium, which did not happen because of the incidents which unfolded throughout the day. We know, and we at Rep Sports have been giving a detailed. Subhan has written article as well, and also we broke the news as well. So as things stand us now, the Bangladesh Premier League matches will go in. But the news coming from Bangladesh is that ICC anti-corruption unit head um, uh, Andrew F. Grave means he is traveling to Bangladesh tonight, but that is not for mm, anything that is related with the ICC T20 World Cup. It is because of a BPL match fixing case, that is the reason he will be traveling. And that Bangladesh media person who I spoke to it, they were projecting it as this guy is going to Bangladesh to have talks with BCB, and they were assuming that it is because of the and latest fiasco with the ICC and the BCB with regard to the T20 World Cup matches with Bangladesh Cricket Board. Even till now, they are adamant and they are sticking to their stance that they won't travel to India. So yes, obviously that is their stance. But ICC has time and again, at least twice, if I'm not wrong, has requested the Bangladesh Cricket Board to look at their request and just come to India and play their matches. That's the latest update as of now, Gargi.
Shubhayan, going by these updates, what do you think is the likely outcome here? Do you see that after all of this, Bangladesh will eventually end up coming to India, traveling to India, and having to play their matches in all the scheduled venues?
Gargi, the incident which took place yesterday, day before yesterday, I think that has pushed Bangladesh Cricket Board as a whole. They're already very uh, meek debate around this T20 World Cup security thing. I think that has put the entire BCB on the back foot, because and has exposed their own internal conflicts in front of the world. Not only the statements that were passed on by Najmul Islam, but other issues as well. As Debashita also said, ACU, ICC, ACU head going to Bangladesh for the BPL issue yesterday. The Players Association Welfare raised this issue around nine players who were not allowed to take part in Bangladesh Premier League on charges of match fixing, corruption, and that has not come out in public. So since yesterday it came out in public, ICC has sent a delegate to take care of things, what is happening, to know the extensive details of what is going on. And yesterday BPL matches were not played, Dhaka Cricket League's matches were not played. So and you saw a lot of tension outside the Mirpur Stadium as well. A lot of clips have gone viral where fans have been seen vandalizing the streets and whatnot. So Bangladesh, I think, right now should rather focus on their own internal conflicts and try to resolve them. All the issues that were put out in public by the Players Welfare Association yesterday, and that has made their case very weak, or it was already weak, but it has weakened their cases further. So I don't think Bangladesh Cricket Board, yes, they can of course go on and continue with their protest of not playing in India, but ultimately they will have to surrender and come to play in India. Uh, and ICC silently has made it very clear by releasing the phase 2 ticket of the T20 World Cup, including Bangladesh's matches. So if there were any thoughts in the background also to change the schedule, change the venues of Bangladesh's matches, then I think these tickets would have been put on hold, which were not. So I am pretty sure, but ICC is very clear in what they want to do. They have given assurances to BCB. They will continue to give assurance to BCB, and I think ultimately Bangladesh Cricket Board will have to surrender and come to play to India, because their entire debate is getting weakened day by day. Gargi.
Bharat, there's a question here by uh, Mohammad Zishan Hussain. ICC events from the next cycle should take place majorly in Australia, South Africa, or England to avoid such politics. Cricket is already such a complicated sport to understand for new fans, and these issues are not good. Bharat, what's your take on this question?
Oh, first of all, I don't know what to tell for this kind of a comment. To start with, see, I don't think Australia, South Africa, or England every single time will bid for an ICC event. That itself, this kind of a comment goes out of the window, because England, ECB themselves once noted that outside of maybe uh, World Test Championship, they're not really bidding for any ICC event for the next 5 6 years. So first of all, those countries have to bid for these events. Secondly, you like it or not, BCCI or Indian cricket is very much the center figure as far as cricket is concerned, as far as the kind of revenue that is generated. So, in cricket in India has to be ICC events have to be held in India. There's no other go every 2 3 years. Maybe it has to be held here. So there also it goes out of the window. Third thing, it is about politics. Here again, it is a domestic league. IP Indian Premier League is not really what can I say connected to ICC events. So if some franchise or if some government doesn't want a player to play in a certain league, then you can't relate it to ICC event and tell that ICC event shouldn't be held in India. Again, a third also it goes out the window. See, there are certain things, geopolitics, that I can't sit here or Debashis can't sit here and tell this will happen, that will happen, because that is outside of ICC's purview, that is outside of BCC's purview, BCCI's purview. So you can't take that into consideration and tell that ICC events can't be held in a certain country. Yes, if there are security concerns in India, if some nation had faced some security concerns here in India, then I can understand that particular point. You see, this particular nation had faced some security concern. That is why an ICC event shouldn't be held. For example, whatever happened in Pakistan in 2009, that shooting incident in relation to Sri Lankan team's bus. Then you can come and point to me. Yeah, see now an ICC event can't be held in this particular country, but nothing like that has happened in India to basically ban this country from holding ICC events.
There's a comment here by Web of Taragi. He's saying BCCI secretary says we are not aware of any developments. How childish this sounds, thoughts. But Devajit Saikia, what he said was that they are not aware of any communication between the ICC and BCB. And what we are also are finding out, whatever we've heard from, regarding to these communications is from BCB, sorry. So, it doesn't sound childish to me. Obviously, any communication that goes on between ICC and BCB will not be out there in the public every single time. What we get from our sources, we get from whatever the ministers or the officials come out and say. So don't think it's about sounding childish. I think it was a proper statement to give at that point regarding the question that he was asked.
And
Um,
why would the BCCI get involved?
yes,
It has
exactly.
got nothing to do with BCCI. Means it is a problem between ICC and BCB to sort out. India has clearly stated that it's a pretty, and ICC in its own review has confirmed that it is there is no security concern whatsoever. Yes, there is a low to mediocre problem. That is the case with every event, means across the globe. But all this meeting and chat and video conferencing, it is going on between ICC and BCB, and BCCI has nothing to do in this regard. They are just sitting pretty relaxed. Yes, if the matches happen. If Bangladesh doesn't come, yes, India, you might say that, if you look at the fixture, overall fixture of the T20 World Cup, out of the 40 matches, mm, Sri Lanka hosts around 14 matches as per schedule, which was released in November, and India was supposed to host 26 matches. Now, if the India matches go to Sri Lanka, then Sri Lanka again hosts 18 matches, and India gets 22 matches. But the real concern lies, Kargi, is when it comes to Super 8 matches, because India and Sri Lanka both used to host are supposed to host matches each. And if Bangladesh ICC allows Bangladesh, then all the matches featuring Bangladesh will be played in Sri Lanka. Then Sri Lanka will get nine matches to host out of the 12 matches. India only gets to host 3 matches in Super 8. So that is definitely some something that might be a concerning. Shubhayan would be better to tell, but as far as I am getting, is that, so clearly ICC has requested the Bangladesh Cricket Board that there is not a security concern, and the Mustafizur case has got nothing to do with security. Everyone knows, everyone in the world knows that Mustafizur Rahman case has got nothing to do with security. But the Bangladesh Cricket Board or the Bangladesh government, the right wing, they are projecting it as if there is a security concern in India, which is not true. So, but definitely, if, suppose ICC, which I don't think that will happen. But if ICC supposedly, if they ship Bangladesh's matches to Sri Lanka, and India, means obviously, take for example Eden Gardens. Eden Gardens will only be getting our Super 8 matches. No matches if the schedule is changed. So that to me definitely, but nothing. Apart from that, I think Bangladesh will face the consequences. Means obviously, when it comes to financial, obviously they will be sanctioned. Some sanction will be there. So, but let's hope, because ICC has also maintained that
Yeah.
Bangladesh will have to go and play their matches in India.
Absolutely. And before we get back to this discussion, let's talk about the last night's game, India under 19 versus USA under 19. Obviously, there are a few names in that India under 19 team that have already caught the eye of the fans. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is obviously the top name. Ayush Matre is there. Vian is there. But last night, Henil Patel was the star of the show, picking up 5 wickets. And of course, Shubhayan, I think ahead of the tournament, also mentioned that he would keep his eyes on Abhigyan as well. Yesterday, 42 not out, taking India across over the line because there was sort of a top order collapse. But Shubhayan, looking back on that match, good start for the Indian team.
Yes, good start, but a shaky start as well. I was expecting a bit better from the top order. But yes, they are young kids, but when you are playing in the IPL, when you are part of the IPL, you expect better from certain players. Especially Ayush Matra has not been scoring a lot of runs in the recent since the recent past, so he also needs to be back among runs. The middle order is talented, so but still pretty young in experience. So I'll give others a bit of a leeway. Abhigyan Kundu, very impressed with him. I think he's someone who can be a future wide ball superstar going in the future, especially in a tournament like IPL. Very, he's what we call chota packet, bada dhamaka. He has that potential. Bowling wise, I think Henil Patel was someone who is always supposed to impress. Dipesh Devendran is their lead bowler, but Henil Patel is there. Kanish Chauhan is another very talented boy. So this is a good bunch of players. I think they just need to get their temperament together in such tricky chases. Above anything above 200, 220, if there's a score like that, you need to go all out. But when you are chasing low scoring total, that is where your temperament comes in. But I think these kids will learn it as they progress in their career. This is something they need to get into their memories as well, their muscle memories as well. That when you're chasing low scores and you tend to go ultra aggressive from the word go, there can be a collapse, and that can somewhat become a tricky chase, and which it was a tricky chase, I would say, yesterday. One another wicket or two, and things would have been uh, very in a dangerous territory for the Indian team. Plus, you had that DLS also going around with the rain. But yeah, but good start to the tournament, one win, and let's see how this team goes.
Um, Web of Taragi here is saying, just saw the USA under 19 players' names. Basically, it is mother's side cousin versus father's side cousin. Well, you know that in USA there is a huge South Indian diaspora, and most of them are picking up cricket. You know, there have been multiple, several friends of mine as well from the cricket circuit who have retired from domestic cricket and then flew to the USA to play major league cricket and all of those leagues. So it is a prospect for young Indian cricketers who might not get enough chances here because of the sheer amount of competition. So they are taking their chances and going over there and playing. Yes, Shubhan.
Fun fact. Cricket was once long time back. Cricket was once US's national sport.
Oh, I didn't know this. Wow.
They have produced a great bowler called Bert King. He used to take a lot of wickets for the USA when they used to tour England and all in the late 18th century.
Yes. And Bharat, I actually wanted to speak to you about Henil Patel. You've written about him this morning as well. Your thoughts on his performance last night?
Yeah, there are two ways to look at it. First of all, obviously, the opponent that India under 19 were facing was quite modest. Having said that, it's a good line bowler. He's someone who will hit a particular line just outside the off stump all the time. I think that is one of his key strengths. The other one is he's a tall bowler, so he gets a little bit of bounce. The third point to look at is I think he has a good wrist snap. Maybe he learned it by watching his favorite cricketer Dale Steyn. I don't know because it's a good wrist snap because of which he can move the ball both ways quite late, nip off the surface. So I think that is another point to look at. Even if you look at the game between USA under 19 and India under 19, one of the deliveries, I think it was Amrinder, the ball seemed to be angling in, and at the last minute it just kind of moved away after pitching and took the outside edge. That tells you that he can get that late nip off the surface. That will, I think, help him, that I think will help him in the future as well. So yeah, he's a good bowler, as is I think Deepesh Devendran. Although yesterday his lines were not exactly good, maybe he was slightly all over the place. Although because of that awkward release point, that 11:30 release point that he has, that kind of side bench is definitely going to, I think, cause some problems to opposition batters because of those awkward angles.
Lovely insight there. But Devashish, coming back to the original discussion that we were having, Mohammad Zishan is asking again, having every alternate tournament in Asia becomes too monotonous. New venues should be made, especially for World Cups. If you still want it in Asia, due to commercial reasons, ensure good fan experience. Well, fan experience is always, more often than not, is a problem in Asia. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, but then in the 2023 World Cup, we saw means that all the stadiums got uplift. Even if in 10 years down the line, it does. If you look at a Wankhede Stadium or a Chinnaswamy Stadium or Eden Gardens for that matter, means they got a huge uplift. And no one can complain if you suddenly drop in at Eden Gardens. There should not be any problem because it is well maintained these days. So and with the World Cup coming, I think it will. There shouldn't be a problem. This has always been the case with other countries that they have. India has been projected that in the stadiums here or the amenities here. Yes. When there's an event, there's always been an upliftment. But after the event is gone, then there's lack of means maintenance or so and so. But when it comes to fan experience, I don't think you would get better fan experience in India compared to other subcontinent countries. I don't get into the fact that when it comes to India being projected that the fan experience is not that great. Yes, when you look at new stadiums coming up, the one-day series, the matches that have been played out recently, the matches that we saw, means every stadium are state of the art. So and the facilities there, Yes, there are a few stadiums where definitely there is room for improvement, and but overall experience, I think it is a lot better when you compare it with, say, 10 years down the line. So yes, I and we have clearly seen, means when uh, it was a Champions Trophy Shubhain in Pakistan, means even as the torrential rain, means hardly the matches even we saw droplets of water and Gaddafi Stadium. So yes, but as far as India is concerned, I think they have always been, I mean, up to the mark with the amenities. Yes, so I somewhat don't agree with his views. But where would you get, means, the viewership, or when you if you shift the tournament to some other parts, it is the Indian diaspora will which will fill up the stadiums. So it is basically, cricket is basically as India, with India's power, obviously, when it comes to fan following. Yeah, there are other countries as well, but I think India dominates way far.
Himansh Gupta is asking why Kishan Kumar Singh is not playing. Is he injured or other reasons? And he's about the under 19 game. He's also saying Ayush Matre backed by Mumbai lobby while his last 15 under 19 matches were below average. Blind slogging, not playing, uh, and not reading the situation. Shubhan?
Yeah, he's just 17 or 18. Don't put him in any lobby. He's a Mumbai boy, and of course, if there's a talented boy coming from any state association, that state association will promote him or back him. And Mumbai Cricket Association has done nothing wrong in backing him. And he led the team in the Buchi Babu as well. So he's someone whom they are banking on a lot. Let's not forget, he's just a 17, 18-year-old kid, and you won't get a finished product at that age. Give him time, give him that space. Don't start criticizing from the word go. Yes, he has not scored runs, which I pointed out in my first statement about under 19 cricket. He needs to score runs. He's the captain of the team. He's someone who is playing for CSK nowadays regularly. So you expect a lot better from him, maturity wise, temperament wise, run scoring wise. But it is fine. It is fine if someone does not have a very good tournament at that age. Let's not you know get into this Mumbai lobby or Punjab lobby or Delhi lobby for young kids. And if we protect our kids, they will become good players in the future. For the last two World Cups, under 19 World Cups, we have not got a talent, who have come in and taken the world by storm, and that has to got with them not playing domestic cricket regularly, not getting chances in Ranji Trophy, etc., etc. So uh, it is a phase wise development phase for someone who is 15, 16, 17, and it will take a lot to for them to become a finished product. At least another 4, 5, 6 years to for Ayush Matre to become to reach at least close to where his potential could be. So let's not put him in Mumbai lobby and pass away statements like that. He's not scoring runs, but let's see how this tournament goes. This was just the first match, and that to a rain hit match.
Can I just add a point to it? A small point. See, if you think about Ayush Matre and blind slogging, then you have to blame others as well. You have to be impartial here. Then others as well have to be blamed. Vaibhav Suryavamshi also clears his front leg. Vivan Malhotra also clears his front leg and tries to smash it. Kundu also does it. So at that age, if you blame someone like that, then I don't think it is right, because he's still young. Same with Vaibhav Suryavamshi. Same with someone else like Trivedi, or for the matter, Ivan. These guys will learn with time. In under 19 cricket, let them enjoy their game. Uh, can't really say, yeah, India have lost a couple of matches. That is why these under 19 players can't really go on to play for India and all. Just let them enjoy their game at that age.
And finally, final question to you, Debashi. Someone here is asking, can Webb of Suryavanshi play another under 19 World Cup after this? But the thing is, if he goes up the ranks, then why will he play the under 19 World Cup? If by the
By
time, by
the
the
by the time the next under 19 World Cup comes, don't be surprised if he's playing for the senior Indian team.
exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. But Devashish, your thoughts before we end the show?
Yeah, but obviously he has already proven his mettle. Means obviously he has played first class matches, and definitely there will be huge expectations. And if India, and obviously there has already been a huge expectations with someone like Ayush Matre, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I mean, they are already household names. If you look at, they are already household names. And obviously if India go on to win this World Cup, there and it's only time that I definitely see Vaibhav Suryavanshi in, as Shubhan say, I totally agree with him. In the next couple of years, he will definitely be knocking the doors when it comes to playing in the senior, at least in the white ball format.
Plus, Devash, from Rahul Dravid days, I think NCA, BCCI has stopped allowing a player to play feature in more than one under 19 World Cup. So I don't think Vaibhav Suryavanshi or other players from this team will. They are eligible. Vaibhav Suryavanshi and I think even Ayush Matre can be eligible. A couple of guys from this batch will be eligible to play another under 19 World Cup, but don't expect them to feature once they have already done in this tournament.
Exactly. And on that note, we'll take your leave. We'll be back at 5. Boria will be back live with you guys, taking your questions as well. Devashi, Bharat has already gone for the. He didn't even wait this time around. But thank you so much for joining. We'll be back very soon. Stay tuned.